So, another market watch video. I've had a good friend of mine reach out to me and say to me, Ben, I've got £2,500 burning a hole in my pockets. I want to buy a motorcycle this weekend. So I put together a few options for him to choose from. He's itching for a bike. So yeah, this is what's for sale currently. So I'm only going to put 4 or 5 up for sale that I think are probably worth a look for him for the sake of, for £2,500, which is his maximum budget. I mean, ideally, I would say to him, look, give me 2 or 3 weeks to really find you an absolute bargain. But no, he wants a bike now, so these are his options. This will be a quick video, by the way, it won't be a massively long one. So we will start off with, I mean, not a favourite bike of mine by any stretch of the imagination, but they're cheap at the moment. And that's the Royal Enfield Himalayan, the 411 Adventure. So I think they only got about 24, 25 horsepower, so they're not ridiculously powerful. But this one here is 2350. It's covered about 11,000 miles, so it's it's only a few years old as well. 4 years old, so it's not an old bike by any stretch of the imagination. So you can do some touring on that if you wanted to. Would I be interested in it? No. I mean, all these bikes I'm going to show you as well are private, so they're not dealers. So there's some room for negotiation. I'm sure the guy will take £2,000 for it. It's even got a massive top box. So if you want something cheap, just to do the most subtle of green laning on, and do the odd sort of, well, to call it an adventure. I mean, would I do it on one of those? Probably not. But you find quite a few sort of adventure places use them. I have heard of issues with some of them have frame issues and stuff like that, but I think that's probably being sorted out now. So it's an option. Is it one I'd be interested in? Not particularly, but it's in excellent condition. It's a 2020, just around about 4 and a bit years old. It's got a sat-nav bracket. It's a new chain and sprocket. It's got loads of history with it. It's got heated grips, touring seat, backrest. So yeah, for a couple of grand, which I'm sure you better get that for. But anyway, on to the next one. So he said he wanted to do a bit of commuting on it as well, possibly. So this is probably not one for the die-hard motorcyclist, but this is a great deal. It's a Kawasaki J300 scooter. This is about 30 horsepower, 28 horsepower, 300cc, £2,400. It's only done 8,000 miles, which is nothing. It was bought brand new, one owner from Corby Kawasaki. It's got all sort of history with it. It's had a new tyre recently. It's been on an Optimate charger. It's got a full MOT. All the bikes on here as well are rideable, MOTable, usable. So he just wanted something that he's not very useful with a spanner. So anything you can just jump on and ride. All these bikes are rideable. So yeah, I mean, this is a cheap option for somebody. Again, give you top box, all the keys, all the books, all that good stuff. I mean, to be honest, the likelihood is you may be able to get this for 2, maybe a smidge over, and that is a lot of bike. I mean, say done 8,000 miles. It's nothing in fairness for a bike like this. It's 2018, so you're not going to have many issues. It's been garaged all the time as well. So on to the next one. So a little bit more exciting. For £2,450, it is a Ducati Monster 696. So, as the description says here, lovely running bike for sale, full service history. It's just had £750 spent on it, new tyre, chain and sprockets. As I say, 50,000 miles. It's had the bike for 2 years, never let them down, totally reliable. Has a throttle restrictor as well if you're on an A2 licence, which he isn't, but it's an option there if you have just passed your test. So, a Ducati for £2,450, again. Private seller, again, negotiable. Again, worst case scenario, you're going to be paying 2,200, but again, I'd be looking to get for around about the 2 mark. As an all serviced, all ready to go, 18,500 miles, it's covered. It's another 9 plates, a few years old, but are you going to look cooler for the money? I think you struggle, so a great option for him. On to the next one is a Yamaha R1, 30,000 miles, 05 plates, so that would make it the 5VY. It's not a great write-up, to be honest. That's the thing. If you're trying to sell a bike, at least give as much information and as much history as possible about the bike. Is probably the best thing you can do. It's had 2 new tyres, and it was serviced in May 2024. Full service history, 3 keys including the red key, which is great. It looks like a lovely bike. £2,500, 05 plate, 180 horsepower for £2,500. Are you serious? I mean, again, we're looking at the 2.2s probably. I mean, it depends how motivated he is. Maybe £2,000, who knows? I mean, 180 horsepower. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So, a fantastic option. Next one, Triumph Thruxton 900. A little bit over budget here, 2,750, but I'm sure the guy will go to 2.5. Reliable bike, MOT till April 2025. Runs fantastically well, no wire. And what else is it? Service history. Knew the previous owner. Call for offers. So yeah, he will take 2.5, I'm sure. Yeah, it's a lovely bike. I'm trying to find the mileage out on this one actually. I think it's about 15,000, 16,000 miles. So yeah, that one's a lovely bike if you want to look a bit cool. They're not the most comfortable, the Thruxtons. They're reliable though. It's, you know, it's basically a Bonneville with a bit of a more cafe racer style. I mean, a great option for him. As I say, his budget is limited on that. Okay, on to the next one. As another sports bike, I'm finding sports bikes are a bit of a bargain actually. Years and years ago, that's all you ever read about was sports bikes. Now, yeah, that market is a tough one for manufacturers. But anyway, we've got a 2006, which is the one that had the K6 onwards, GSX-R 600. It's in a nice red colour. I mean, everyone likes the blue and white, don't they? But yeah, this is a nice bike. This is up for 2,500 on the nose. It's done 16,000 miles. It's got an aftermarket exhaust by the looks of it. It looks pretty standard apart from that. It's had 2 previous owners, which isn't a lot for a bike of that age. Fantastic for a track day. Fantastic as a road bike. Super reliable. Again, 2,500 private seller. You're going to get less than that, I'm sure. It's a cheap way to have a lot of fun. Next option, a bit more sensible. It's only £2,000. It's a V-Strom DL1000. It's getting a bit leggy though on the age. 2002, but the mileage is pretty decent. I think it's done about 18,000 miles, so it's a low one. He wants £2,000 for it or near offer, so they're not the easiest things to shift. I'm sure he'd take 1,500 quid for it. He has all the panniers, all the top box. I mean, all these bikes you can go and buy today. I mean, I've literally spent 10-15 minutes maximum looking. So, yeah, normally, you know, if I was doing a video like this, I would take my time to say, well, you can get this bike for this bike for that. But these are actual bikes you can go and buy today for as little as £2,500. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, going back to the R1, 180 horsepower for 2,500. And let's be honest, you're going to get it less than that. There's a lot of bargains out there at the moment, people. Just keep an eye on Bike Trader, eBay, and the usual. MCN, not so much anymore because they're all dealer bikes. So, yeah, go grab yourself a bargain. And if you want to see more videos like this, I'm thinking about doing one at £1,000 bike segment. And maybe we can do, different sort of levels of price for all different budgets. If you look at one of my other videos that I've done recently, you'll see my price comparison for the used market compared to the brand new Honda Hornet 1000 that's just been released. But like, subscribe, people. I've got a barn find coming to me on Tuesday. It hasn't been used for the last, I think, since 2008. The chap's owned it since 1991, I believe. So it's coming full of the dust from his garage. I'll show it to you just as I've been presented it. It hasn't run for a good long while, so yeah, it's an interesting one. I'll give you a bit of a hint at what it is. It looks like it's been spec'd by Ronald McDonald, so that might give you an insight into what it could possibly be. But like, subscribe, people, for more of these bike market content type videos.